What's up, everybody? I just got this big old box from warprintstore.com. It's full of terrain. I'm really excited to open it. Let's dive in and check it out. So first things first, thank you to Christian over at Warprint Store for sending these over. He hooked me up with a couple additional 172 scale buildings, which is excellent. Thank you so much again, Christian. My initial reaction to opening up this 132 scale ruined cottage was wow. It's incredibly hefty in weight and size. The footprint of it is enormous. Out of the box, it weighs about 2.5 pounds and measures approximately 7.5 by 13.5 inches. It does come in two parts, but they fit together really smoothly and they come apart really nicely as well. In true ADHD big kid fashion, I could not wait to set up a little battle scene with my 132 scale Airfix and just load up the entire thing with little pieces of scatter terrain that I've previously painted. And I mean, look at this. It's so perfect in terms of scale and playability. You can fit figures inside of the building and move them around. There's some great little opportunities for storytelling. I'm just very excited by this building. Because this is a 3D printed sculpt, there are some noticeable FDM print lines, but I think once I get it painted up with the right tone, those will just fade away. Before we start on the painting demonstration of this video, I wanted to quickly show you these 172 scale buildings. They are perfect for wargaming and they look great alongside these 172 scale miniatures that I'll show you here in just a second. The buildings come in different tiers that you can stack and you can remove, which makes it perfect for like in-building fighting. And overall, I think the textures on the exteriors are really perfect. They are a little lacking on interior design and texture, but I mean, that makes them a lot easier for playability, and you can always load them up with your own little pieces of scatter terrain. I plan on making a separate video for these buildings, but first I want to go over to warprintstore.com and pick out a bunch more so I have a full town that I can paint up all in one go. Being that they're smaller, they're usually a little bit quicker to paint up if I don't go too crazy with the details. But again, that'll be for another video. But for now, we're going to turn our attention back to the ruined cottage. I'm going to take it outside and start hitting it with a few different variations of spray paint. Because stonework that's been sitting outside for years naturally has a lot of different colors in it, I'm going to mix in a variety of blacks, browns, and greens to try and give it a subtle gradation and some variation across the entire exterior. I'm not going to do this as much on the interior. For that, I'm just going to hit it with a lot of browns, and then I'm going to go over that with some washes once I'm back inside. I don't know about you, but I think this looks good with just a few passes of that spray paint. So this puppy, being as massive as it is, took a lot of spray paint to really get good even coverage, so it was very stinky for a long time. But once I got back inside, I checked the doors, made sure that they still function, nothing's spray painted closed, and gave it a little once over. I think it's looking really good, and it's ready for a bit more textural paint. For the next steps, I'm going to use Liquitex Basics paints and medium to pull out all the details on the building. So I'm going to go over all of the wood parts with a little bit of this burnt sienna, and then I'm going to dry brush all of the stonework with a little bit of black and white, building up darker to lighter near the top, so it gives me a nice subtle gradient where the light is highest at the top and then darker down below. This creates a really great atmosphere that feels like war-torn and battle-damaged. And not only does it look like it's been damaged by heavy artillery and warfare, but also by the elements. It looks like it's been raining for a long time and a lot of the mud has splashed up onto the lower rocks towards the foundation. I love the subtle gradient effect of the dark to light. I used a brown tone wash on the interior floor to vary up the various mud and stone textures. Next, I gave all of the rubble on the ground a light coating of Armageddon dust. I even tried it on the shingles, but I didn't really love that look, so I went back over it with a dark tone wash just to darken it up a bit. To finish this bad boy off, I went along the exterior of the building and picked out a few key stones to paint different colors. This is a lot of fun. It's almost as fun as spray painting for me, and it's very satisfying to just go around and pick out a few of the elements and just give them a bit more variation, and it really makes it feel like this structure was constructed of stones that were just local to the area. Nothing is perfect or uniform, and that's really reflected in the various colors. And here's the final result. I'm extremely happy with how this turned out. I really love all the different stone textures. I love that I saved a lot of time by not having to worry about doing too much of the interior as well. It's just a lot of rubble and dirt, so there's definitely some time savings in there. You can see looking in, like I just added a little bit of that wash and it really did a good job of, bringing out some variation in the dark tones. But for now, I think it's a good opportunity and good time to just furnish the thing and set up a few little mini battles and take some fun video of those. Give you really a sense for what this looks like completed. You see me here just taking a bunch of this. This is BMC terrain that I got and painted up, and it's it's perfect for dressing a setting like this. The sculpts of these obviously aren't perfect. They're not 3D resin printed perfect, but they are hard plastic, and they paint up pretty decently. A lot of rifles, chairs, stuff like that. Real quickly before we end the video, I just want to say thank you for watching. If you made it this far, please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content just like this. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? What could I have done better? What would you do differently? Will you be going over to warprintstore.com and picking up something like this for yourself? I'd love to hear more, just more from you guys. Let me know down in the comments, and I look forward to seeing everyone in the next video. Thank you for watching, and share this with your dad.